Alright, so we are drawing some Silent Hill F fan art. But in the meantime, I wanted to talk about something. So, somebody was speaking on the aspects of, somebody was speaking on the aspects of being creative, being something like how we need to eat, breathe, shit, and sleep. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a part of human nature. And if we don't, it just made me think about it, right? Like, if we don't do that, if we don't create as artists, as creatives, because of it's such a internal part of our being, it's almost like it goes to our head. And the lady was explaining that it's not always, more than likely, it's not always in the fashion of when it goes to our head. It's usually in a fashion of imaginative problems, imaginative issues, imaginative monsters. You know what I mean? Fear. And she didn't say it, but it's like, I'm surprised she didn't say it, because fear is literally false evidence appearing real, right? What's crazy about that is that's the first thing I think about when it comes to fear of the unknown. And it's like literally the opposite of clearly of faith, but of creative, of like the positive creative. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I do believe in yin and yang, you know what I mean, with, you know, the equivalent exchange type shit on some Full Metal Alchemist type shit, right? But it's like, you know, all the Full Metal Alchemist people know you to get something, you have to give, you know what I mean? You have to give. It's an equal exchange, you know what I mean? It's equivalent exchange. I need to watch that fucking anime. That's the original joint. Like, I like Brotherhood too, but the original just hits so fucking hard, dog. It just, you know what I mean, before the politically correct ending, like, let's fix the ending type shit. Nah. Just leave me with a cliffhanger like that shit. And I'd be like, what the fuck? What I just got mind fucked. But, you know, I digress. The equivalent exchange about creative juices flowing, man. Before I woke up this morning, I said a prayer. I don't know if y'all into doing that, but I do believe that, you know, praying helps that creative juice in me personally. Praying over my food, praying while I take a shower, praying like, and you wouldn't think that I'm not trying to be holier than thou. It just helps me process life, man. It does. And, you know, the atheists, I can hear the atheists in the back like, he's not real. At this point, I remember hearing this other lady talk about the aspect of, at this point, even if God isn't real, I still live my life to the best ability that I could without harming as many people. You know what I mean? I try not to harm. I'm not saying that I can't, because clearly, you know, we all fall short from the grace of God and all that good shit. And sometimes the road to hell is paved with good intentions. But to go back to the point of the first issue of, some people don't realize that when they don't use their creative energy, it's going to come out in other ways. And you see it online a lot because the gossiping, you know what I mean, about, you know, seeing the worst in humanity, seeing the worst in human beings. And sometimes, yes, the human beings that are literally being the worst type of human being in the world. Yes, I get that. But it's just the aspect of you yourself. It's almost like you're holding that shit in sometimes. I don't know if y'all feel that shit, but you're holding that shit in. And sometimes, you know what I mean? The whole saying of the amount of, you know, you got 10, when you point a finger, you got like one finger pointing at the person, but you got at least 3 pointing back at you. You know what I mean? And there's some truth to those little, you know, there's a word for it, but those little sayings, you know what I mean? Because of what we think about humanity sometimes tells humans how we think about ourselves. Tells the tells humanity what we think about ourselves. But I say all that to say, to all the creatives, you know, I'm going on a tangent, but to all the creatives, try your best to, like, how do I say this? Try your best to create from a positive place if you can. I know some people that uses spite fuel. All right, yeah. I wanted to say all that to say basically that we need to get out our expressive creative side, because it's gonna harm us in the long run if we don't. That's really well I wanted to say. I'm basically rambling, but just get out your creative side, man, because it's get out your own way, for lack of better words. You know what I mean? Get out your own way and create just for the love of creation. And like that, we gone. You know what I mean? Because somebody told them that they couldn't create something, or they couldn't do some type of, film, or they couldn't make any music, or they can't, make any videos online. They can't be that's cool. You know what I mean? That's cool. You can use that. But try to create from a positive place, man. Try to never mind the bullshit. Because I promise you, it only causes more unrest spiritually within you, man. It does. And I'm saying that from a point of view of somebody that tried to do that shit at one point, and I realized how much it was taking a toll on me. Even from a point that I believe that it was from a point of, I'm going to show this person that how much, you know what I mean? Like, and it's like, it doesn't come from a place of love. It comes from a place of spite, you know what I mean? Or at the very least, it comes from a place of non-love. It ain't love, you know what I mean? The whole people that I can hear people in the back saying, God is love, God is love. But it's like, God can be love, but it's like, love don't mean a thing if you ain't loving yourself at the very least. You know what I mean? Like, at the very least, it don't mean shit. But yeah, go back to the original point of me stating what I said. The original point of me stating what I said is the fact that I wanted to state the fact that fear of the unknown is what cultivates in you if you don't express yourself creatively. You know what I mean? Fear of the unknown is what cultivates inside you, and it festers. It literally festers like malice. Y'all know the Zelda Breath of the Wild and all that shit. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. That it festers. It festers inside of you, and it literally cultivates into your own, for lack of better words, your own Ganondorf, your own evil villain. Meanwhile, you're the one that created it. You know what I mean? You're the one that never attended to your own garden of creativity, because it's going to come out. It's like it's going to come out regardless. It's like you saying that you can't, you can breathe. Yeah, you can breathe all right. You can breathe all right. I mean, excuse me, you can't breathe, excuse me. Well, excuse me, you can't exhale, for lack of better words. You can't exhale. You can breathe in, but you can't breathe out. And that's, that's killing yourself. That's killing yourself. And you know what I want to say? That's killing your creativity. I don't know why, but I want to watch Akira right now. I've been wanting to watch a lot of old school classic shit, like Vampire Hunter D, like Blood, Last Vampire. I don't know what that's about. Memories. I don't know what the fuck that's about. And even the Full Metal Alchemist shit. Thinking about rewatching Akira though, because Akira had a good ass soundtrack. Me and my boys in Discord, I need to set up my Discord the right way. If I get my damn Discord, and some people, I'm scared of motherfuckers acting like motherfucking weirdos, bruh. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of weirdos out there, especially on the Discords. There's a lot of weirdos. I'm not gonna hold you. And I want to set up a Discord, but I'd rather be safe and set up a Patreon. I'd rather it be a Patreon.